How did I get involved in Sweetest Mango? I had been working with Mitzi at the Antigua Sun. That's where I met her. And sometime after, she told me that Howard wanted to speak to me. So we eventually met, and he said they had this idea for a movie. And he was thinking, having read my novel, that I would make a good screenwriter. And not knowing any better, I said, oh, sure, I can do that. Not really knowing what it entailed.
How does it feel?
I guess that's what it is. It's a sense of accomplishment. It's something that I dreamt about for a long time, and it's exciting seeing it actually, come into reality.
I like the way that it has changed and shaped a lot of people's lives in connection with what they think about movies, in connection with what they think they can do as an individual, and it has inspired some people to take a completely different direction with their life.
From the first time I saw your face, I knew I was in love.
We met on the job, just as it's suggested in the movie. I was given the tour of CTV Entertainment Systems by the boss, and when I went upstairs, I met this very young-looking guy.
Your name is Love?
Actually, it's Lovely Ann Patricia Davies.
Yeah, and he looked about 12.
Yeah.
You got one.
Run, Love, run!
No, we didn't meet on a mango raid, but a couple of days before we met, I was on a mango raid.
Yeah.
And so the mango I gave her as a gift was actually from
that mango raid. Yeah.
Mango raid, yeah.
And he showed up at my door. Yeah, he did. I didn't even know he knew where I lived. He showed up at my door with a mango.
Nobody's ever given me a mango as a gift before.
I know.
The characters and the people that we got to play them meshed perfectly. Two of them stand out, particularly Belle.
I just left an advertising company called Harrison McEwen.
She sat there, she looked at the lines, we saw her face undergo this transformation. And by the time she said, I'm ready, she had become Belle.
I have a double degree in media studies and graphic design, and I'm also a pretty good artist too.
Well, Belle was sort of the antagonistic person, part of, or at least one of the antagonistic persons within the movie.
Watch yourself, Belle.
She was the eavesdropper, always trying to stir up the waters a little bit. It was kind of neat to play somebody that was doing something like that.
Dig to go to dinner last Friday night, the Cocos. I know. I made the reservations.
You? But Hester, you never told me. How come?
Just doing my job, Belle. Just doing my job.
Well, actually, it was quite an accident. I went to support two friends who were going to audition, and they kept saying, do it, do it, do it. And at the last possible moment, I did.
She was so good that I understand that the people sitting outside waiting to be interviewed, waiting to do their own reading, they began applauding. She was that good.
You said last week Friday I was doing a great job, and I made sure that the work that Malcolm and Richard did was just as good. I mean, look, Dick Hamber Manning. And I'm not responsible to come and just tell you what I have. Even Richard and Malcolm, they've been doing great jobs. What? Oh, that is all I'm responsible for.
Well, from the first time I met both Jamila and Omar, I really didn't have any question about their ability to pull it off. I really didn't.
Not no. We can do that at the shop. No, I'm sorry. Do that again. Hey, not no. We gotta go. We can do that when we come to the shop. Good girl. We gotta go. When we come to we gotta go. We can do that when we go to the shop.
Do that again.
Her journey is a self-discovery kind of journey. What she had to learn was that everything wasn't gonna turn out the way she scheduled it. Work like this anymore. We're gonna order 2 new Macs, and we're ordering them today.
But Dick is in Puerto Rico until tonight.
Tell Belle to order those 2 computers.
He's a real island boy, rootsy kind of guy, wants to do what he wants to do. And you know, he falls in love. He falls in love with Lovely Ann, and you know, during that time, of course, basically it's just him developing, or it's just a development of their relationship and stuff like that.
I thought you were a professional. I expected you to function like one.
Mervyn is Deke. There's just no contest. Mervyn has always wanted to be an actor. I think he spends half his life acting.
You're part of the nonsense, running behind every little tin pan knock like some little schoolgirl. Where's your ambition?
He saw himself as this suave, kind of debonair guy who's gonna, you know, show this young girl a thing or two, and it came over.
Mr. Manning.
Well, I can certainly see how you got your name, my dear. You can call me Deke. It was always my dream to act. It's just a pity that it came a little late in my life.
In the case of Janelle Greenaway, Giselle, the screenwriter, heard Janelle's voice in her head as she was writing.
I like sex. He used to tell me he feels guilty. I mean, he's doing it, you know, but after he's saying he feels bad.
Janelle was actually precast in terms of who would be the person to play that part.
Gardy Gwen is Lovely Ann's godmother, protective, some might say a little bit nosy. The kind of person you choose either to love or hate.
It's afternoon now.
I know. I just got caught up with stuff. I gotta run anyway. I'm just bringing back your things.
So is that what you call him now, Stuff?
Am I anything like her? Yeah, I have to admit that I am, because I used to get into my sister's business a lot. You know, I had to know who, what, where, when, and why. And then after they got married and I couldn't get into their business anymore, I find that I'm getting into my niece's business.
The challenges were infinite because we all had never done this before. It was new ground for all of us. All of us had the information in theory. I had read up on continuity to get a sense of what would be involved. I had been involved in producing things for television before, but not a feature-length film. And for all of us, it was new territory.
I don't think I was a happy camper on the shoot for Mango, and I think everybody gravitated towards Howard because they thought he was easygoing and light. And but I think personally think I took on the responsibility to make sure that this thing really flew by in terms of bringing it to a successful conclusion.
Mitzi's tough, as any member of the cast will tell you, to work with, because she's she's strong-willed, and she's single-minded in terms of she knows what she wants, and she's not afraid to tell you.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Love called in. She gave Richard a day off.
Your face has no expression in it whatsoever. You don't sound like you're really sorry. Your face don't look like you're really sorry.
We had no expression from you when we were seeing the back of your head.
That's right.
And Howard is a lot quieter, and he has a softer touch. So maybe a little bit of good cop, bad cop, but you know, it works. So
I was only concerned about technical things, you know, whether the system that we were working on could really handle the amount of work, because we've never tried to push that much stuff into our computer before.
Yeah.
And sometimes it would just choke and stop.
Spit it back out. What are you doing? You know, stuffing the stuff into this old computer.
The scene I'll always remember shooting is the first scene we had to shoot, because it took forever, and somehow I didn't expect it to. We had these, you know, problems with the restrictiveness of the space and the lights, and we're having problems with the sound of the room and all that.
Then you give her the mango. The single solitary mango that the tree bears. You give it away.
We actually had another scene planned for, I think it was like...
in the morning.
We had a pickup for 4
a.m.
And we were still shooting, I think, at 4 o'clock. Action.
My favorite scene is where, what I call the meltdown between Love and Richard.
Shut up! Just shut up! You don't know what you're talking about!
No, you shut up! This is life! Life! The sun can't shine every day. Not even in Antigua.
And they pulled me into it, and I knew the story, and I just cried and cried and cried. And I mean, they took pictures of me with my nose running.
I mean, I've seen the film very many times. Naturally, that scene can always move me, always. And he says, what have you lost? It's just a job, it's just a car. And I think really and truly, if people thought of life like that and stopped attaching so much importance to material things, they could really find the sweetness in the mango.
The kissing, the kiss scene. Most definitely the kiss scene. Okay, cut. We gotta take that from a different angle. It made you really self-conscious, and you had to be like, look, this is not Jamila. This is another character you're trying to bring across this on screen, and it has to look believable. You know, it really helped because Omar and I kind of, you know, clicked. Well, you know, we clicked. We clicked.
The beach scene, especially when that item of clothing came up above the water. I like that. I was like, yeah, you go, girl. Yeah, that was my favorite scene, the beach scene, for real.
Yaga. The new Hammer language. We could do a documentary.
Are you seeing the mic?
All right, so how does it feel to be the first to produce and direct Antigua's first feature-length film?
Howard and Mitzi are a formidable team. They support each other. They creatively they understand what the other is trying to accomplish, and they have a shorthand that, you know, makes it easier, I think, to work on a shoestring budget because they understand before they even get to the set what they want to accomplish.
It was really challenging a little bit, whereby, you know, you're on the set, you've never done this before, and you really want people who know what they're doing to kind of guide you, you know, and that's exactly what Mitzi and Howard did for us. Howard is more laid back. The only time he talks is when he thinks that you're not really doing something right, or, you know, well, hey, I think you could do this a little bit better, so let's do it one more time, you know. Mitzi was more like the disciplinarian, like the drill sergeant. Run, right. All right, now, you gotta do it this way. All right,
quiet on the set.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Quiet on the set, and if you didn't hear the first time, quiet.
Oh yeah.
I felt like I was back in the States because, you know, we have a reputation for being laid back. You know, when you come, you come. When you reach, you reach. When we get it done, we get it done. But it wasn't like that at all with Howard and Mitzi. If pickup was at 5 a.m., you better be ready for 5 a.m.
They didn't just throw people in at the deep end. They really actually worked to make people know what film was about and what it's like, what happens. And I think everyone was fantastic. Really, really good.
The community still had a hard time wrapping their minds around the idea that it's actually a feature film. It's like a movie that you go and see in the cinema, because we have such low expectations for ourselves. As Caribbean people in general, we sort of limit what it is that we can do. They were just amazed at the fact that these everyday people that they knew had it in them to be a part of something like that.
Well, anything you do, you're going to get some criticisms. But I found that most of the criticisms were helpful and positive rather than negative. There were, of course, some people who thought that as a Caribbean film, we ought to have undertaken some kind of gritty reality, life in the ghetto or whatever. But I don't subscribe to that kind of thing because as Caribbean people, just like anybody else, we have a number of stories to tell.
The story is too good to be true. If it was real life, then the girl would end up with the boss.
All of us who were part of that production made history in a sense because it had never been done before. And that's one of the reasons for me that the critiques and so on that followed were almost not irrelevant, because it's important to know what people think and what you could have done better and so on, but we had done it.
This film showed for a long time in Antigua. And I was there, I think, for almost all the showings, and I saw the enthusiasm. I stood at the door when people were leaving. That was my favorite part, to hear the comments and the hugs and the congratulations. And I know, having taken tickets at a number of showings, there are people who have seen this movie 5, 6, 7 times. That's the biggest endorsement you can get.
I think sometimes the expectations when you come to small island is that, oh, can they do it? Will they be able to do it? But what I really learned was it's possible. Because for years and years and years I've thought, oh my gosh, would I be able to act in Antigua? And I think it's great that you really can.
Impossible is nothing. Once you set your mind on something, you can do it. And that's what Howard and Mitzi really showed people in Antigua, that, hey, this can be done. You know, and I've always had dreams of being on camera as well, you know, so it's like, if I really put my mind to it, I really can do it. And if you follow these people's example, you know, you can really achieve.
Basically, what I want to see is I want to see a lot of locally produced films, and not just from Ham. I want to be able to go into a video store and be able to choose from any number of, you know, Antiguan and indigenous Antiguan films.
I am proud, extremely proud, to be a part of that first step that showed everyone, yes, as Antiguans, we are a very special people, and that we can do anything that we set our minds out to do.
We did fabulous. We're all novices, and who could tell? Really and truly, I've seen stuff that I paid money. I've seen movies and I've said, wait, I wasted $15 on this? And for an amateur effort, I thought it was absolutely first class. I gave everybody an A.
Action.
Come on, pay attention, everybody. Peter, get up, smile. Smile. Everybody laugh, smile. High five.
Action.
Hey, guys. Look. Good, that's great. Great, come on, high five him. Yeah. Right. Well, why didn't Peter get up? Come on, move on.
Action.
Hey, guys. Look at this. Right. This was great. Oh my God.
Move, Peter.
Smile. Give me a high five, idiot. High five,
Okay, and Peter.
High five. What are you waiting for? Give me a high five, you stupid idiot. Oh my God.